Morning, guys. It is day 11 on 75 hard. If you want to see my face, you want to know what I look like, feel free to watch other videos if you don't already. I'm not uncovering my face today. It's windy and cold, like very windy, very cold. So I'm keeping my face covered. I'm not interested in that business. So I had a little thought this morning as I was listening to Proverbs. Heads up, this is about a scripture that I was reading. So if you like biblical stuff, if you love Jesus, if you're into that kind of thing, feel free to keep listening. If you're not, if you hate it, if you're not interested at all, turn it off, man. If you're interested, curious, whatever, want to hear it anyway, go for it. And just don't attack me for it if I give you a warning. But either way, I'm going to say it. Feel free to listen or not. So I was listening to Proverbs 11 because it's the 11th day of the month. And it's the 11th day of 75 hard. Interesting. I think that got timed out on purpose by the guy who started my challenge. So anyway, in that scripture, it's a couple of verses. And it started with, he who gives freely will gain more. Sorry, I wrote it on my phone and now I'm talking on my phone so I can't look at it. He who gives freely will gain more, but he who withholds unduly will come to poverty. And the next one says, he who refreshes others, or he who is generous and refreshes others will himself be refreshed. I think that's great. I've actually come to understand a lot about that over the last bunch of years. And notice it does use the word withholds unduly. It doesn't say he who holds on to some stuff. It says he who withholds unduly will come to poverty. And it's talking about generosity and all that. So I thought about it quite a bit. I actually thought about this a few years ago. Sorry about shaking the camera here. I'm doing something. Kind of like this. It's like an open hand versus a closed hand situation. So if you've got an open hand, you're holding on to something. But when your hand is too open, there's a problem with that. Stuff falls out real easy and you lose it. This can be monetary. This can be life experiences, wisdom, teaching things to people who aren't ready to learn it. It's definitely more than just finances. But that's a problem. You want to be generous, you open your hand too much, and it all falls out. You have nothing left to give. So do you give from your poverty? I don't believe that you should aim to give from your poverty. If you can help out a little bit when you can, sure, go for it. But if you're in that position, you're best to learn how to get out of that position before you start to bless others. Because I think if you start trying to give everything away when you don't have enough to provide, it's not going to do anybody any good. You're just going to have nothing left to provide also, and the wellspring is over. There's nothing to tap from. You've run dry. A lot of people that like to try to teach you should do those things, typically they're churches who want money, say that there's the woman in the Bible who gave all she had and that she was honored for that in the Bible. And if that's what you believe that story says, I would challenge you to reread it. And I would also challenge you to go back a few verses into the previous scripture. The people that are most likely to watch this video that are part of my challenge are already aware of this. But if you're not already aware of this, I challenge you to read it. And if you actually open your mind to what it says, you'll be surprised at what your church has been telling you. It's not likely correct, but it's actually a warning scripture. Okay, so I won't say any more about that. Read it if you want to. But anyway, that's the point about wide open hands. Here's another problem. There's the greedy, right? There's he who withholds unduly. That's your closed hand. There's a rock in there. I get to keep it. It's mine. Nobody can take it. It belongs to me. But guess what? There's a problem. I don't know if you can see this. It's closed. Oh man, I tried to put a bigger rock in there, but it won't go. There's no room for it because nobody can take the other one out. Nothing can get out, but nothing can get in. And eventually, I'm going to get real tired. My hand isn't going to keep holding for very long. It's going to get sick of holding, and it'll just eventually, that's it, gone, empty. nothing, poverty. So that's what I feel about the greedy situation. There's another one. There's a better way. There's withholding unduly, and then there's being generous, and then there's being foolish. There's also cupping the hand. So now I get to hold my thing. It doesn't fall out very easy. It stays in when it shakes. People can't just grab it from the sides and it doesn't just go away. Nope, but someone could come along and take it. And now there's nothing there, but guess what else they can do? They have to take it from my guard because my hand is cupped. So they can't just snatch it. But they can also put a bigger one back. I've thought about that for many years. But anyway, that's it. My thought of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Or at least hope you guys maybe got something cool out of it. Learn something, teach someone else. Have an awesome day. Enjoy your health challenges if you're doing them. If you're part of my group here, enjoy that. Day 11, day 10 was a good one. Did some pretty heavy lifting with my buddy, and my muscles are happy about it. They're a little bit sore, but not as much as I expected. I feel like they're actually like satisfied with the process. In any case, bye.